Why Imam Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani also says in his Fath al-Bari, in the same passage, that from the story of Abbas, it is proven that seeking intercession through the pious, the righteous, and the Ahlul Bayt is praiseworthy. So this is proving a specific point that Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu specifically chose Ahlul Bayt. Otherwise he could have chosen other Sahaba as well. So why Ahlul Bayt was chosen? Everything in Islam has hikmah, has wisdom behind it. Why did Sayyidina Umar choose the Ahlul Bayt? Why didn't he choose some other Sahabi? Because of their relation with Prophet. So the source of Waseela still remains Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this hadith is a proof of taking means through other pious people as well. It has no nafi of taking means through Prophet Muhammad, which is established from marfu'a hadith. This is a mawquf hadith. This is another point. People who know about usul of hadith, they should concentrate on this point, that it is proven from marfu' hadith of Usman bin Hunayf that the Prophet taught to seek intercession through him, rather to call him directly. And also many mawquf hadith from Sahaba, like the hadith from Uthman bin Hunayf and the hadith from Sahih Muslim, which I showed that the Sahaba took sought cure from the cloak of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are many other hadiths which are also Sahih, like the hadith of Adam alayhi salam taking means to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So of course Salafis have a little bit jira done on that hadith. Imam Zahabi has rejected that hadith, but that's not the end of the world. Imam Hakim has called it Sahih, and many other, Imam Taqiyuddin as-Subki has called it Sahih, and many other scholars, Imam Bulgari has called it Sahih, and Qadhi Iyad has called it Sahih. Many other scholars have called it Sahih. I will not rely on that hadith because Salafis will get benefit of doubt from it. Now let's come to scholars. Here I have a very famous book in my hands, and it's famous throughout the Muslim world, especially the Arab world. It's called Al-Hisn al-Hasin. It's written by Imam al-Hafiz Abi al-Khair Muhammad ibn al-Jazari rahimahullah, very famous scholar, a very classical scholar, came in around 600 after Hijri. He has written this book on supplications, and it is so famous that many other scholars have written different commentaries on this book. Now Imam Ibn al-Jazari rahimahullah, before starting the chapters on supplications, he has made a chapter called Adab al-Dua, that is the etiquettes of making dua. And in Adab al-Dua he says that one should ask Allah through the Waseela, intercession of Anbiya and pious servants of Allah. And towards the end, Imam Ibn al-Jazari said, after completing the dua, one should wipe his face with his hands. Now both these things are called bid'ah by Salafis. So I want Salafis to put a verdict on Imam al-Hafiz Ibn al-Jazari rahimahullah, that whether he was a mushrik, or whether he was a mubtadi, or whether he was someone who innovated wrong concepts in Islam. I want verdicts. I don't want any ifs and buts, because this is Aqidah we are talking about. This is not Faru. This is not an issue of whether raising hands in prayer or not, whether doing Rafal Yadain in prayer over and over again. This is Aqidah. Tawassul is part of Aqidah, to ask Allah Azza wa Jal through the Waseela of prophets and righteous. So Imam Ibn al-Jazari, right in the adab of dua, etiquette of dua, he has said that one should ask Allah through the Waseela of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Things do not just stop here. As I've given 2 shocks to Salafis before, here's the third one. Qadhi Shawkani is a very famous Salafi authority. Now he has written Sharh of Hisn al-Hasin, the same book, the famous book. And in Sharh of this chapter of Adab al-Dua, he has brought the same quote of Imam Ibn al-Jazari, that one should ask Allah through the Waseela of prophets and righteous, and underneath this he has proven it from the hadith of Uthman bin Hunayf radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Salafis say that this hadith is only approved during life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but look at Qadi Shawkani. He is bringing it as a proof for tawassul through prophets and anbiya for times to come. He has brought this hadith as a proof. He is proving tawassul and waseela in his Tuhfatul Zakirin, and he has said that I say that to seek intercession with Allah through prophets and righteous is proven, as is narrated in Tirmidhi, who has called the hadith as Hasan Sahih Gharib, and then he narrated the hadith of Uthman bin Hunayf radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Another Salafi authority in the subcontinental world is, rather he has died. His name was Wahiduz Zaman Khan. Maybe the Arab Salafis won't know him, but the Salafis here know him very well. He is the author of a very famous book called Hidayatul Mahdi, in which he has literally torn the Wahhabi sect apart. He was himself a Wahhabi, but this is the plan of Allah Azza wa Jal, that He makes the enemies refute themselves. And in Hidayatul Mahdi, he has proven the Wahhabis to be Khawarij. That's another point which I'll discuss in another talk, inshallah. He has translated the 6 books of Ahadith, and Ghair Muqallidin consider him a very great scholar, Wahidu Zaman Khan. And he has, in his translation of Sunan Ibn Majah, under the hadith of Uthman bin Hunayf radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he has extensively written on tawassul and proven that it is allowed. And he has shown Qadi Shawkani that it is allowed, and he has shown other scholars that tawassul is allowed. And here's another shocker for Salafis. He has said that even istighatha, that is to ask help from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is allowed. He said it in the same passage. You can get the Urdu version of Sunan Ibn Majah, translation of Ibn Majah, and under the hadith of Uthman bin Hunayf, Wahidu Zaman Khan has written this, and he has proven it. So even the Salafi authorities have accepted this reality. Even Albani, who rejected this, I know he rejected this, even Albani in his book Tawassul has said that Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal radiallahu ta'ala anhu, rahimullah, accepted that one should ask Allah Azza wa Jal through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Qadi Shawkani accepted that one can even ask through the waseela of other pious people. But unfortunately, Albani, being a freelancer that he was, he contradicted them, and he tried to prove this concept as shirk and bid'ah. Actually, he was calling Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal and Qadi Shawkani and Imam Nawawi and Imam Shafi and many great scholars, Imam Ghazali, Imam Ibn al-Jazari, rahimullah, and many, Imam Ibn Quduma, rahimullah, as mushrikeen. He was calling them actually mushrikeen without realizing that. So there are many more proofs from scholars, highly revered scholars like Imam al-Ghazali, Hujjatul Islam, in his Ihya Ulumuddin, and Imam Nawawi. But I would like to conclude this talk with the passage from Imam al-Nawawi in his book called Kitab al-Adhkar. Salafis have actually forged that book to justify that tawassul is not allowed. Now this should prove to the world that Salafis try to establish their feeble stance from hook and crook methods, and they forge Islamic literature in order to spread deceit. And because when they saw Imam Nawawi saying that one should visit the grave of